I'm extremely pleased to receive the books and the desktop this morning on behalf of the schools. These are perfect gifts from Vision Fiji for our schools, in the month of December. We couldn't have asked anything more than this. It is very exciting and comforting to learn about the work which Vision Fiji has been doing since its inception in 1994. Vision Fiji has been closely associated with Ministry of Education from 2015. And I would like to say to you that prior to this, I have personally worked very closely with the founder of Vision Fiji, late Susan Parkinson. And we worked on a number of education projects, and therefore I know quite a bit about Vision Fiji. Your area of work, for example, you work not only in education, health, nutrition, environment, legal, community work, messaging that you do. So Vision Fiji has been doing a great job, and today I acknowledge the great work done by Vision Fiji, but also to the founder, who is no more, not amongst us, but her work continues. The most significant contribution to our children's education has been the Read to Lead Fiji program. It has no doubt contributed a lot towards the literacy of our young children in Fiji through donation of books and upgrading of school libraries. The ministry appreciates these age-appropriate, beautifully illustrated books from Vision Fiji, and surely we all can see the cover of these books, and for little ones, that is the main attraction. If the cover is attractive, they'll definitely pick up the book to go through it. But I do take the points that you have made. Giving these books out, delivering it to the school, does not mean that the children have read it. So this is where the school teachers as well as the parents need to make an effort to read books to our children, and for our teachers to make sure that they have a session with the children where they read books or give them the books to take it home, where they can read the books in front of their parents, or parents can guide their children and they can sign off that the child has read the book. We have to be innovative in our delivery of education so that our children benefit the most. I understand that today's handover actually marks the accomplishment of a journey that started in 2015, where you have delivered these books to almost 735 primary schools in Fiji. So thank you very much, Vision Fiji and Fiji Water Foundation, for your unwavering support in this regard, and particularly to education. I also like to appreciate the fact that Vision Fiji has moved to digital tools as well, and as you have mentioned, that for ECE, schools can, at least 40 schools can sign up with Literacy Pro. Now that is where we want to take our libraries to. With our children being so, our children, they live on internet and digital tools. So we need to shift the way we do teaching and learning so that it attracts our children and they're interested in learning. We can no longer provide the regular traditional classroom setting for our children and expect them to learn in that environment when information and knowledge is already on devices. They can Google anything and access anything. So we need to make the teaching and learning environment more interesting and exciting for our children. So with the introduction of Literacy Pro for our ECE teachers, that's a good start. And it fits in very well with the government's vision. We are reviewing our ECE curriculum it would mean that there'll be a lot more changes to what our little ones are doing at the moment. And with the digital tool that you have just mentioned, will take ECE centers to another level, and that is very crucial for teaching and learning. I also would like to acknowledge Vision Fiji for giving us 17 desktop that will go to our special schools. And special schools, I visited some of, at least 2 or 3 special schools I visited, and the largest one I visited was in the Western Division. I was quite impressed with the way that particular special school has organized itself, and the way they are delivering education to our special children. And each and every classroom was different. The tools were different as compared to a normal school. Then we also have inclusive schools where there is delivery of education to special children along with abled children. So again, this mix just brings about inclusivity that we are talking about, and our special children are not neglected, or they have to look for other means of getting themselves educated. Just by bringing them into mainstream education, it helps them and helps the other children to understand the needs of these children, and they can coexist and learn together. So that's what the government has done, and we have got a number of schools offering education to special children. So today's handover is very much appreciated. The desktop will certainly add to the list of resources the special schools already have, and this is what we want to do. We would like very much to have a lot more digital tools in our schools to help our schools to teach children in a blended form, rather than just one way, which is simply straight from the books and chalk and talk. We need to slightly move away from that. We had visited Senganga Primary School just last week, and we have seen the new library. It's beautifully set up, and we would like to set a digital library as a model library for the North, where all other schools can visit, see, and that school can then provide some training to the rest of the schools. I truly acknowledge the gift that you have given. In fact, when we talk about reading and writing skills, unfortunately, that has not been very well developed in our children, because children have access to other forms of, or you can say other tools through which they can access information. And emails, the text messages that we use, we have come up with our own language. It's a very specialized language for the bloggers and for the ones who are using text messages and so forth. But that's not the language we use in a proper English. So we need to ensure that they learn proper English. And nothing could be better than reading, because reading will not only improve your communication skill, but one can comprehend and at the same time build number of vocabs so that they can express better. And through reading, they can also do better in other subjects. Because no matter which subject we're talking about, whether you're trying to learn biology or you're trying to learn history or geography, it's in English language. So if our foundation is very strong, then on that foundation we can build our education system much better, and definitely build that strength in our children so that they can become good readers and their literacy can improve as well. Finally, I would like to also mention some of the things the chair stated in the delivery of the books, as well as making sure that these books are used. For everyone's information, numeracy and literacy curriculum has been completed by DFAT, and it will be trialed uh, in the next school year. And once the trial is over, then the curriculum will be rolled out to each and every school. And these books will certainly help in that process. So you should not worry about it. It has now become our business. We have to make sure that these books reach our schools, which it has, but it must be picked up by our children so that they start reading. And numeracy and literacy curriculum will just do that. So thank you very much, everyone. And once again, I wish everyone Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Vinaka.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister, for the words of appreciation which you have shared.